Good morning, East Latin, and welcome back.
We're bringing you this episode May 9th and May 10th.
I'm Ayana.
I'm Melania.
And your Eagle Update starts now. This year, Leiden will put on another great performance of the USO Show. The USO Show is a performance by Leiden's amazing choir and band led by Mr. Brian Miller. This show is a production by Mr. Miller, who is sadly retiring this year after 30 plus years of working for Leiden in the band department while also serving in the United States Air Force. This year's USO Show is said to be spectacular.
And we are gearing up for our annual, or actually biannual, USO Big Band Show. This was a creation created by our department chair, Mr. Brian Miller, who also serves for the United States Air Force. He's a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force. His passion of all of our music combined with his love of our country and all of the things that bring those two elements together with history and music and tradition and in our community. There's so many people who have served. This is a beautiful way to honor and tribute our friends and family and loved ones, our alumni, and do that through song. So it's a wonderful show that combines history and music, and all of our students involved in our music department get to be a part of that.
Now we talked to some students who are participating in the USO Show through choir band, who leave their feedback and their personal comments on the show and give their reasons on why to come and experience this production.
Well, the show is to commemorate the military force on World War One and World War Two, and it shows music from that era as well, and the dances of that era as well. First of all, it's very worth watching, and once you go to see it. But not only that, I feel like you can learn a lot of new things because it shows jazz music. What's this called? They show swing dances. They show really nice orchestra and jazz bands, which is something you don't see live a lot.
The USO Show is it's a production that we put on through the music department to commemorate all the veterans in our community, and it just also brings the community together.
We do it every 2 years, and it's just a tribute to World War II.
Don't expect it to be like a normal concert, because it is a production. There will be slight acting, there will be a lot more than just normal standing there and just singing.
Alex Pahina, Leiden Journalism, signing off.
This year, the graduating senior class are the first to have gone through the full advisory program. This has caused some, including those in charge of organizing advisory, to go back and see how effective the program has been at preparing students for life after high school.
For when it comes to the workshops and college stuff, it definitely helps, but like any of the other activities don't really help, and we don't even tend to do them at all.
I think it gives the opportunity to address many situations or knowledge that you need to have, whether it be to complete high school or after. It's just a matter of, I think, whether or not students want to take advantage of that opportunity and try to apply it to their own lives.
Advisory does a good job of building up over time. I've been an advisor with the freshmen, sophomores, and juniors so far, and just even a few weeks ago we did resume building. The students just did a workshop towards their next post-secondary goals. So when it comes to it, I've seen everything up until junior year, and so far everything's looking like it's good.
Yeah, I would say I saw in some advisory rooms, great rapport between the advisor and the students. I saw advisors building on conversations out of the post-secondary notebook and asking students, knowing what students are interested in as far as applying for jobs. I've seen advisors leveraging the mentors in the room and having the mentors discuss different opportunities with students. So I see that community building piece, that connection between the advisor and the student. So that has been great.
So they have been using them, but once again it comes to students actually using the materials. If they put their most into it, take advantage of the program, they can get a lot out of it.
Additionally, advisory has also given students a place to socialize and connect with people they otherwise wouldn't have met, letting them create friendships that could last even after they graduate high school.
Advisory is a wonderful opportunity to just get to know new people or talk to people outside of your usual social circles. A lot of my students who are in the freshman advisory have become friends, have been friends for years, and other students not so much. So it is an opportunity to talk to each other, to have downtime together, and to just get to know each other better.
Yeah, I feel like I've definitely gotten closer to the people I've been with in advisory. It definitely made it a lot easier to make friends with them.
However, advisory has also seen less success in other areas. Notably, as students approach junior and senior year, they tend to start engaging with the class less and less, which overall makes it much less effective at teaching students valuable skills.
The students, once again, have become very complacent towards it over the years, especially if they've been in advisory since freshman year. And there's a lot of apathy towards the program itself, so it becomes a major issue, once again, when the students aren't buying in. And then another issue comes from that with the teachers not trying their full effort anymore because of, well, the students also not trying their full effort either. It needs both sides of the program to buy in, yes.
I think using the resources, and I would also say putting the phones away, because like I mentioned earlier, part of the advisory program is community building. And when students' faces are stuck in a phone, they're not making those connections with their peers, which might be really useful down the road. Maybe they have class with them, maybe they're headed off to the same university or same job path. So I think that networking and community building is really important, and it's hard to do with the phones.
For the Eagle Update, this is Peter Noack.
What is my dream retirement? Well, first and foremost, I have to get my knees done. If you haven't figured out, I'm kind of hobbling around. So after that, I'd like to travel. I have one daughter with my wife, and our daughter's coming back home. So it'll be the three of us again. So it's kind of like the band getting back together. But I have a lot of people I'd like to visit and places I'd like to go and see. Staying in contact with my friends that I have from here. You have lifelong friendships of people that are already retired. I talk to them all the time, and now I'm going to be one of them.
As Mr. Kmet wraps up his time teaching here at Leiden, he's all about keeping those connections alive. He's always said it's not just about the lessons in the classroom, but the relationships you build along the way. It's a reminder that in the end, what really matters are the friendships we make and the connections we keep.
It's a social aspect. There's a lot that goes on. The students may not see it, but when the teachers get together, like all of you have relationships with one another, the teachers have relationships with one another. And that social structure is so important for us to be successful. I mean, we have 3,000 plus students, and the science curriculum, which I work with the teachers, impacts all the students. And I work with depending what year, between 24 and 28 teachers a year. You know, people move out, people move in. And I've just been able to impact Leiden students. But I really like being in the classroom because the kids give you a lot of energy.
While interviewing Mr. Kmet, he shared a touching memory from Leiden, a moment when the school honored 2 alumni students lost in the Iraq War. He talked about how deeply moved he was by the respect our student body showed that day, something that will stick with him always.
I'm going to get emotional here. We had 2 students that went off and fought in the Iraq War. One died, and they arrived at the airport, and all the students went outside, and they were standing with flags there. And the motorcycles came down the street, the hearse came down the street. And to see 1,800 students outside, it was very emotional. 3 weeks later, it happened again. We had a young lady that was killed over there. And the respect the kids showed them, but just to see the entire student population, people go, oh, they're kids, they're kids. No, at that moment, whether they understood it or not, there was a calmness that settled over the staff and the students as that hearse went down the street here, because Leiden was a big part of their life, and that touched me. Leiden has been such a huge part of my life. Even if I walk out of here, it's blue and gold for me. You know, it's an eagle on my back. I'm a Leiden person.
Hello everyone, I'm Randy Olinsky from Leiden Maintenance Department. If you're looking for a summer job, sure I'd like you to join our team. On Leiden's website, under employment, and there's a link that says part-time custodians. Please fill out that application and then email me your name so I can pull your application knowing that you're a student. Email address is rolinsky@leiden212.org.
think something that Leiden has always done well and prioritized is community involvement, and it's just a fun and easy way to get the kids in our community onto our campus at a younger age so that they can see what's in store for them as high school students and get excited about that.
Leiden is hosting their 9th annual Student Summit, a 2-day event on June 13th through the 14th. During 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. for 3rd through 8th graders, students are able to get hands-on experiences in different fields they are interested in.
My name is Amy Gorzinski, and I'm a business teacher here at East Leiden High School. Student Summit is set up so students will rotate to 8 different workshops over those 2 days, and so they'll get exposed to different areas of STEM and CTE in addition to other topics as well. So students could attend a culinary workshop one day and then have robotics or engineering or coding or drama. It kind of depends on the mix of teachers we get year after year.
Students partake in different workshops including art, robotics, culinary arts, and more led by Leiden teachers.
I am Miss Nicole Stackard, and I teach culinary here at East Leiden. I don't think that they would get as good of experience that they're getting here when they come to the Leiden Summit. So it's just they leave with hands-on experience. They leave with actual things that they created and made rather than just being talked to. They're actually doing. We try every year to do something different, like in culinary, try to make something different. And some of the things are very well received, and some of the things they might not like as much. Like the overall goal is they want to be doing, they want to eat something. So like one year we made salsa, one year we made bruschetta, we're focusing on knife cuts. One year I just had them work with fondant. So they seem to like the things that they're eating. Last year we did edible cookie dough. They really liked that one. This year they're changing the format. So we're doing, for the older kids, 90-minute sessions, and they're going to be decorating cupcakes.
Students that specialize in the chosen field also help teachers lead the summit.
I'm Lauren. I'm a senior at East. And the summit was really, really fun. It gave me the opportunity to experience like communication with kids and stuff like that, and like getting to know like other peers around the school. Like I met like different people that like go to East or West that, like I didn't know. I definitely would recommend it. I mean, like obviously it's during the summer, so it's a little like out of the school time, but it was definitely really, really fun. Like I would recommend like just getting to experience things. Like I did it with a couple of my friends too, so it was fun, and like my little cousins were part of the summit, so like getting to see them too and like just experiencing it, like it was cool.
We need as many volunteers as possible, so if you think you might be interested, either send me an email or fill out that form online and I'll reach out.